so you're better off elsewhere tonight. Witch among us, and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, away, away. Just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power and witching hours, so you're better off elsewhere tonight. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Off the Grill podcast, the only show that has been referred to as a triple penetration of knowledge, humor, and timelessness. I, of course, am your host, Steak Sauce. How are we out there? How was everybody's weekend? I hope it was lovely. We got a fucking show today, folks. But, before we get to that, gotta thank the sponsors. Casey Anthony Trash Bag, so tough even a toddler couldn't tear them. I ain't getting money from them this week. Oof, man. Big Bull Corn. Corn on the cob so big you need two hands. When you think mouthful of fun, think BBC. And last but not least, AshleyMadison.com. If you want your secret liaisons to absolutely become public, talk to AshleyMadison.com. And with that out of the way, let's do a fucking show. See who we got hanging out in the old chatteroo. Mr. Brian Trash goes, huh? Good to see you, Brian. He also says, howdy, Mr. Sauce. Howdy, Mr. Trash. Goddamn Billy Bean's here. I'd fucking stop doing the show if he stopped showing up, I'll tell you that. Billy, you stand to inherit a whole bunch of money, I think. Probably soon. Eventually, people are going to start paying you to stop showing up. So, just kind of be on the lookout for that. John McCullough, what's up, brother? Billy Ray's Meat Shop. You can't beat our meat. So, anything fun happened in the last week? Anything wacky show up? I did go to the theater over the weekend. As you may or may not have saw, I saw a movie. Got a lot of buzz around it. That, of course, is Night of the Living Dead, the original, 1968. Shout out to the Little Theater in Rochester, New York. Went and had myself a time there. Watched the original George A. Romero classic. Cool little theater, kind of old school. It's got a little stage or whatever, like for the plays or whatever kind of fun thing they want to do. But also as a screen, and of course these are thrown together by Ben Scrivens of not thrown together. I don't mean it that way, but they're put on these. What the fuck did they call them? I don't know. It's like basically it's a Saturday night fucking. Usually they were monthly before the pandemic. This is the first one I've gotten to go to, so it's cool. But Ben Scrivens of Fright Rags, the creator and head man over there, it's a fun little experience. They had a poutine truck outside. I got there late. I didn't have time to wait around to get some of that, but I did have time to wait in line for some popcorn and a soda. This is the first place where I've ever seen like kind of the bog standard like soda fountains. The words stuff. Yeah, fuck. But it had Coke Zero, so of course I had me a nice big old Coke Zero, some popcorn with like freshly melted butter. It wasn't some bullshit, like butter flavored oil, which it's going to be hard to go back to like an AMC, I think, after this, like it's one thing to have like nice real butter at home, but like to get it out is not bad. And of course that fucking bag of popcorn was gone before the movie started, or mostly gone because I'm a fat fuck. But I'm 56 pounds less of a fat fuck as of about an hour ago, so that's cool. I actually went and looked at an old back from February, an old video, because when you see yourself every day, you don't really notice. I looked like that fat vampire monster from Blade. Like, holy shit, dude. Like when you're in the moment, you can kind of feel it. And like I said before, like losing weight, I have felt it on my body. Like it doesn't hurt to live, but you don't see it. And, face to face, like last week's show and then whatever fucking show it was from February. I think it was an early episode. It was right after I popped back up here. Oh, look, it's not Lauren. Lauren is actually smart enough to fucking capitalize his words, you fucking retard. Well, hey, since you're here.
The faggot of the opera.
Thanks for fucking hopping on, sweetheart. It's good to know you. Good to see you. I know you always support everything I do. So, hey, Ben Grimm, what's going on, brother? But yeah, so like that was fucking kind of cool, just to actually see some visual progress. See the number go down, at least a little bit most days. So, but sometimes that's not enough. A little positive affirmation, I suppose. I don't know what the fuck else I had to talk about. I'm never going to talk about that. We'll delete that. Fuck it. Let's get into some sports. More or less presently, the Bills will be taking on the Tennessee Titans. Well, if that is you, I still don't think it is, but we'll see. Oh, all kinds of fucking confusion. If it's you, tell me what book of yours I read the other day. I don't know for sure. That faggot doesn't know how to fucking read. Remember when I wasn't using that word? Corey Ross, what's up, bro? Big Crack Rock, the main man. But yeah, so a little sports action for, you know what, I'll see too if Lauren disappears, it was definitely him now. Bills are taking on the Titans tonight. Okay, look at that. It is him. Beautiful. But yeah, so that's going to be good. I'll miss the first hour or so of that, or half hour probably, more like. But that's okay, because I'm here with you guys, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. I mean, this is great. Fuck. So I'm down like 80 points in my fantasy league. I'm facing the noted piece of shit and greatest bass player on the planet, Ben Yukonevich. Hopefully I just fucking come back. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. Maybe 5 touchdowns. Can we get a 5 touchdown game out of them? Maybe Allen throws for 8, breaks the record. I could handle that. And then, Bash just kicks those, kick the extra points. We don't need any field goals. It's fine. That'd be great. It's not going to happen. That's going to be my first loss since week 1 when I lost to other noted piece of shit, Nick Ridza. Both dear, dear friends of the show. Raiders had a nice win yesterday, which is great considering the week they've had. The leaked Washington football team emails. It's a complicated scenario, I guess, because like some of the shit that he said, he ain't great. I do very much agree with his thoughts on Roger Goodell. The league has gotten worse. It started to make more money, but the game has gotten more popular. You've gotten bigger mainstream stars in a way. And on top of the fact, just the rule changes, which, have made it more of an offensive-minded game generally. Which, that's not on him. That's more on fucking Colts dickhead Jim Irsay. But regardless of all that, shit. People need to leave me alone. Leave me alone. Never fails. Every week. As soon as I start this show, hey, look at this. Did you see this? Want to talk about this? When the show ends, it's like they fucking just forget I exist. It's incredible. 2 buffalo just slapping hams. Yuck. A cheesehead? You better not be a fucking cheesehead, Brian. At least not till Rodgers is fucking gone. That's... Would you do that? Why would you say that? No, but anyway. So it was nice to see them get a win. They ended up firing Gruden over the emails that leaked. Like I said, there was some shitty shit. Most of those emails that leaked were from before he came back, while he was still a member of the ESPN Monday Night Football broadcast team. I'm not defending the words. But as I could attest, because you'll use a word doesn't necessarily mean you think a certain way. But I think this is just kind of another chapter of that fucking NFL versus the LA/Oakland/Las Vegas Raiders rivalry. That's fucking, Mark Davis, the current owner, his father, Al, sued the league because they wouldn't let him move. Was it to Oakland from LA or to LA from Oakland? I don't remember. But maybe that'll be something to revisit down the road. But it does seem like more of the same. Like they kind of use those emails, which from everything I've read, they've known the absolute latest that they found out about those emails and like Gruden's part in those emails or whatever, which is much worse shit, by the way, than a couple ugly words. This is kind of how the fucking that whole organization more or less prostituted their fucking their cheerleaders. But be it as it may. It does seem a little odd that they waited until they got off to a 3 or 4-1 or 4-2 start, whatever it was. And it's 4-2 now, I think they are. So until they got to a 3-2 start and looked like they were kind of building momentum and had at least a nice offense. That defense is a little soft, but I think the defensive line had teeth for sure. So as long as they stayed up and made the other team pass late in the game, they were at least going to look good. Kind of like the Colts defenses with Peyton Manning. That offense was always going to score points. So, Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, we're going to feast, on the opposing quarterback. But it's interesting that they decide, this last week to go, oh, look what he did. He's bad. Because, he did end up resigning. He wasn't fired. I'd love for them to just bring him back next year. I don't know. I think Raiders fans don't like him for whatever reason, but I've always been a Gruden fan. I thought he was a solid offensive coach. With proven success. He's a Super Bowl winning champion for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Shout out Fez Watley. But I don't know. Maybe he was past his time. But because they did seem a little more aggressive this week without him. But he was also when he came back to the league, he signed a 10-year, $100 million deal. Coach contracts are fully guaranteed. From what I've read, they're going to the Raiders and Gruden will work out a deal, I guess, which is fine. But kind of doing that forces the Raiders' hand to go, well, we have to, you got to do something. Luckily, Gruden went, okay, I'll just step away. Don't, not to make them look any worse. Or, as he said, he didn't want to hurt the team. He does like the Raiders. Just that's the first team to give him a shot as the head guy. But so they're gonna have to. So they have to eat a whole bunch of that money. Luckily, Gruden again likes the team, so he's not gonna be on the hook for I think another $60 million still. So it's kind of fucked up. They just get this nice new stadium, and that'll be interesting to kind of keep tabs on. And fuck the NFL as far as that goes. I'm certainly not a Raiders fan, but definitely a Gruden fan, and I've always kind of liked the young Al Davis, kind of back when he was the coach owner, not senile, draft Darius Hayward Bay 8th overall or even higher. It might have even been. I don't remember. I remember I watched that draft live. So it was back when it still started Saturday morning. My jaw dropped. It was one of the few times in my life I literally went. But I don't know. That's basically enough NFL talk, I think, for this week. Other than shouts out to Jerry Jones just getting down with his fucking kid in the owner's box there. The game last night. So but it almost looks like he went in for a kiss on the lady that was standing in front of him, and she just moved last second, like one of those old college pranks, like, aha, you kissed a boy. Except it's his son, so it's worse. She's even more evil than maybe she should be, or would be considered otherwise. So, noted piece of shit, greatest bass player in the world, Ben Yukonovich just texted me. I hope Singletary runs for 300 yards. That would literally never happen. Singletary will never sniff 200 in his career. He's not that good. And Allen throws 0 for 3 for 5 yards, a 1 for 3 for 5 yards. Yeah, because he's not good at math. He's some kind of math boy, and he can't do math. I hope he goes 0 for 3 and throws for 5 yards. Doesn't make any sense. You're 5'2" and you're dumb. Back off. But anyway, I know I got you with that little Night of the Living Dead kind of misdirect earlier on. That was a lot of fun in the theater, of course. But the main thing, the thing that I went to see Thursday night with Ben Yukonovich and some of the other Scarecrow Show members, family members, friends, things of that nature. I brought people to this show, more or less, because if I hadn't suggested it, I don't think they would have went to the theater to see it. Halloween Kills happened last night, or Thursday night, not last night. We drove an hour to see it. Wasn't packed. I was high out of my fucking gourd. So I a little bit at the time thought, well, if I'm not high, maybe this won't be so funny and like embarrassing. But I watched it the next day. I had to rewatch it to help kind of re-cement or maybe find some shit. Basically, I had to rewatch that movie to find some things that I liked, so I could do that talking horror video. I like to be as balanced as I can, so I'm not just going to go off on a tangent. But that movie's fucking dog shit. And I don't know if I said this in the video, but by the way, go check that out after the show. Hopefully, even if you don't agree, you'll find it entertaining because I just kind of screamed for 40 minutes. Almost like how I screamed for an hour and a half here. But I'm baffled. I wanted to leave 10 minutes in. It might not have even been 10 minutes. But I was like embarrassed. My face, I got red. I'm like, oh God, they said that. They wrote that and put that in the movie. So many fucking there. So my source, quote unquote, that gave me information that I found to be incorrect about the Candyman movie was fucking spot on about everything he told me about this one. Lauren says, as horrid as I prepared myself for it to be. Yeah, and I mean, I don't like Halloween 2018, but I know that you're even less of a fan of that than I am, Lauren. And Brian, drugs didn't help. I think they probably made it so that I didn't have the gumption, for lack of a better word, to get up and actually leave. But yeah, Lauren, basically my expectation going into that movie was just, I don't know, let me just have fun with it. Don't even let it be better than Halloween 2018. I mean, that would have been nice, but just like, as long as I can, like, oh, this is fun, It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. I don't know. I'm not going to spoil the movie as much as I can. Listen, the movie is spoiled when it came out. It was fucking rancid and rotten. Anthony Michael Hall was a terrible fucking casting choice. No, Brian, if I had to watch it, you watch it. You get the pass. That's not fair. Fuck, man. He's not an awful actor, but he has a manner of speaking. I don't know if it's to hide a lisp or something, but all I can see when he talks is fucking just the way he moves his mouth is The Breakfast Club and like Weird Science and a little bit of the SNL that they show ever with him, as like a background character generally. That's a bad season of that fucking show. So he was a bad choice for that character, and they were so fucking heavy-handed with everything, with a message that they still never went and said, this is how we feel. It's like they tried to have a message without saying anything so as not to alienate anyone. Because despite what this movie will make you think, a lot of middle America, being someone that actually traveled the country during the 2016 election, a lot of them like Trump. But he did very much seem like a Trump 20. He seemed very much like the faggot of the opera, if you will. Just kind of a mindless, no matter what he does or doesn't do, just kind of fucking idiot, like a sheep. But I don't know. I hated that fucking movie a lot. I'm really mad. I was angry on the way out. Well, I was angry the next day, I think I should say. I wasn't angry on the way out. I was baffled on the way out. The people I went with can kind of attest to. I really couldn't get around some of the dumb non-comedy they put in the movie. And even the shit that they meant to be serious was embarrassing, on top of the fact that they repeated a couple things way too many fucking times. So much so that in like whatever new continuity comes up after this fucking movie next year, don't ever use the word boogeyman again. And Evil Dies Tonight can fucking go right up David Gordon Green's ass. Holy fuck, man. But I do have a question. I was looking at probably Reddit or I don't know, Twitter, somewhere on the old internet here. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I've seen a lot of people praising the new soundtrack. Like that's all over Twitter for sure. The first time I watched it, I didn't hear like music anywhere. Honestly, like it had to be there. Maybe the state of mind I was in, they just kind of went by the wayside. But because I had to kind of focus a little harder on the dialogue. But and rewatching it, I heard it a little more, but still not a lot. It's definitely not as good as the 2018 one. Like the 2018 score was a big positive for that movie, in my opinion. Anyway, this one is maybe a third as good, from what I've heard of it. Not for me. But yeah, I was just kind of reading around, and so I have kind of a question I'll pose to you, gentlemen and ladies, perhaps. Probably not. But people will watch this later that may in fact be ladies. So, if this movie had been released, like, sometime between. Let's say that we had just seen Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills didn't happen, but it had been released sometime between 2018 and like this past weekend as like a direct to, I don't know, maybe not YouTube, but like a direct to streaming service, something is, and they called it Halloween 1.5, where they kind of cut out probably a good half of this runtime. So you don't have to linger and fucking say Evil Dies Tonight another 100 times. But had they like condensed this and kind of show, well, this is what happened in the immediacy, just to kind of tide you over until the fucking movie comes out, because it's going to take us another year. So here's this. This is some stuff for you, more or less. Like, would it have felt as miserable, do you think? I think that would have made it a little easier to swallow if this was just like, here's here's like a bone. Just have this. It's fun. He kills a bunch of people, and that's all that really happens. And we get to watch Laurie Strode's surgery. Also, why was he John Wick? Like, or the Terminator? I mean, fucking the Terminator, or any other Schwarzenegger vehicle. Really, like, he's not Jason Voorhees. Just what the fuck? I felt that other in 2018, at least, other than like him fucking sprinkling the teeth into the fucking stall. They did good with Michael, more or less, in the last one. This one, they just go, yeah, no, he's magic, and he's been training to fight a town for the last 40 years. Oh man, I'm gonna throw this one up out of order because $5. Matter of fact, I'll match that. $10 to whoever edits Busta Rhymes well. They have to do it well. It can't just be a fucking sauce job. Ew. Sauce job, that's gross. I'm into that third act beatdown scene. If they do it and they bring it to either Lauren or I, I'll pony up $5 if he will. So get to work, folks. Spread the word. Share this video around and leave a like, you fucking cocksuckers. Share this video around so that they know. I think you can clip things, but just send them the whole thing. Tell them to watch it. Daily Ghost, what's up? He says, I enjoyed it a lot, the film and the score. He says also, hello, Mr. Sauce. Hello, Mr. Ghost. Yeah, old Jake from Slaughterport says, Evil dies tonight, if you didn't know. I did know. But Evil didn't die. So Orc thinks it still would have been just as fucking miserable for... And I don't know, I think Lork, Jesus. Can you imagine a Lauren and Orc hybrid? I can, and I won't sleep ever again. But so what I've got pictured. We'll get back to this bullshit movie in a second. It's just Lauren, looks like Lauren, talks like Lauren, but thinks like Orc, thinks and talks and feels like Orc. Oh God, Lauren, if you're on Region 3 tomorrow night, can you just act like Orc? Do your best Orc impression, not voice, just like his mannerisms and maybe the things he'll bring. Just don't talk about this movie tomorrow. Just talk about sodas and national flags and McGriddles. And then just kind of quick go, yeah, it was fine when they ask you about the movie. But yeah, Orc says he thinks it'd be the same. And I think Orc liked it, so I'm without reading any further down in the comments, I'm going to assume that he thinks that the people that like it would have still liked it, just as much. Probably, I'd posit they'd like it less, and then the people that didn't like it would still hate it. Although I think they'd hate it a little less. Like, if you just cut the fucking the Johns out, that makes the movie better right there. Like I said in the Talking Horror, the one that wasn't Michael McDonald was awful too. He sucked. He was fucking stupid. God, Danny McBride's a cocksucker. I hope he dies. Ben Grimm says, I know someone who watched a test screening in 2020. Apparently it was better. Scenes cut out, ending different. Yeah, I'm sure. Because I'm sure that that was probably in the very recent aftermath of the George Floyd stuff. So they hadn't had time to fucking shoehorn that gimmick in. The fucking mob mentality. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I already said that one. Daily Ghost said, I'd enjoy that. And I said $5 and a coupon to IHOP. There you go. Get yourself some pancakes. Lauren says, might as well probably be better than what I had planned. Ghost says, I'm always down for vexillological questions. Convos, I mean. Well, so yeah, Orc didn't chime back in with anything to clarify, which is fine. I do think Billy says, did anyone really want another Halloween movie? Yeah, a lot of people did. Unfortunately, like that fan base is, which I think probably the issue of any fan base of any franchise. Lawrence talked about it a bunch on his channel, and on Region Free, the Old Sausage Factory, all that shit. They want more movies. They don't care if they're good movies. And that's a problem I have. Like, I'd love another Friday the 13th. I'd love another Halloween. I'd love another Nightmare. That one, not so much, only because at least Jason and Michael Myers are under a mask. Like, you can get anyone that's talented as an actor physically to make those work. Freddy talks and his face is more or less unobscured. So if it's not Robert Englund, it's going to be tough to, do well. But yeah, a lot of people wanted it. I mean, and look at the fucking box office returns. Now, the question is, did anybody need another Halloween movie? And that answer is like unequivocally no. Personally, I don't think we needed fucking the last two Jamie Lee Curtis fucking abortions. I hate H2O and Resurrection. Honestly, more than either of Rob Zombie's fucking attempts at the franchise. I legitimately do like Halloween 2, his Halloween 2. And there are so many people looking at this, trying to actually dig for opinions. There are so many people that think that his Halloween 2 is supposed to be a remake of 1981's Halloween 2. Which doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would he remake a second movie? Like, he remade the movie in his image for better or worse, and then he made a sequel to his image. He didn't, I remade this one, I'm going to make this one now. He talks like that, even though I think he's from California. But that's how I've decided he talks. So go fuck yourself, Rob, Mr. Cummins. Yeah, so, movie sucked. Like, I think if the series had ended after 6, fine. Honestly, Pleasance was dead at that point. Like, even before that movie hit theaters, he had gone. So, just fucking end the movies. Like, is he from Massachusetts? I don't give a fuck where he's from. I don't care. Fuck him. They don't talk like that in Massachusetts. So either way, I'm an asshole for giving him that that whatever the fuck, You know what I mean. I'm stupid and I forget words. Accent. I gave him that accent. But regardless of where that fucking white dreadlock having fuck is from, we didn't need to. And speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, many people, myself included, have kind of taken her to task for misrepresenting herself. And even the trailers misrepresented how much she was in the movie and how much physicality she would have, you know. And I'm sure I'll get shit for this, probably. Maybe I won't. And who gives a fuck anyway at the end of the day. But when was the last time she had a starring role outside of this franchise? Big black cock, big crack rocks, words and stuff. They're having fun. Ouch. Like it's a little bit convenient when after Hollywood's kind of told her, yeah, you're not a lead anymore. She goes, hey, let's do another Halloween. Totally, I'm on board. Yeah, great. I have a penis and a vagina. No, she doesn't. Just a penis. You've seen them lovely melons. Yeah, no, Lauren, you absolutely fucking said that, and I believed you. I had no cause to doubt you as far as that goes. Maybe post Candyman. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, no, I believed you, and you were fucking spot on by saying that. She was, absolutely at best, and it just seems kind of like, because I think I didn't write it down or type it up or whatever like I thought I did, but she comes back after Hollywood is kind of done with her, at least as a lead, and she's an executive producer on these movies, and I'm sure she's getting a decent fucking salary as an actor, whatever. So it's in her interest to make herself look as good as possible, first and foremost, and to make the movie look as good as possible, even if she knows, and she has to know, like she grew up in the business or around the business at least. This movie's a pile of shit. It's preachy with no clear voice, and she's not in the fucking movie. Really, she's not. She's fucking not. It's disingenuous, and she's kind of a cunt for fucking doing that. Like I totally can understand her hyping the movie up in the lead too, because at the end of the day, she's in it and she wants to do well. But to just blatantly misrepresent how much of the movie she's in is fucking gross. There was I just thought about this. There was an article I saw the other day. She's some fucking, was it her? Someone touched her. She said, "Don't ever touch me that way." Maybe I'm getting that mixed up with someone else. All these like after the fact big fucking feminist acts. Trash as steak. Tell us what you really think. No, I loved it. This was a terrific movie, and everyone was, everyone performed ably at worst, and the soundtrack was a 10 out of 10. And boy, howdy, I can't wait for the next one. Billy says a fish called Wanda, maybe. Well, she's had starring roles since then. I mean, Halloween H2O was a starring role, But again, that was, how many fucking years ago? It's 23 years ago now. And then fucking Resurrection sucked a dick. Like, but I mean, even Freaky Friday was what, 04, 03 or 04. Yeah, it's a Disney movie, but what are you going to do? Oh, look at there. Sean McManus. How are you, boyo? Good to see you. Daily Ghost says, I feel like people would complain if she was in the whole thing. Yeah, that's fair, too. They probably would have. I mean, at the end of the day, people were going to complain regardless. But it's not that she wasn't in the movie. It's that she fucking portrayed herself as being in the whole fucking movie. And being a big part of the search for Michael Myers and all that fucking bullshit. And this is a problem. But if you ask the fucking horror hippie, when women bare their breasts in a horror film, it's just part of the machine and the patriarchy holding women down. Good. Then they need to wear fucking triple thick bras from now on and cover up from fucking head to toe. I don't want to see a fucking inch of skin ever again. Fucking idiots. Or says, I like the soundtrack and gore. Other than that, it's not good, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know. Gore was fine. I liked the gore. I liked there's one death towards the end that I really liked. It was something I had bitched about not happening in the previous one, and it's good. It's violent and just whatever. It's fine. I like that a lot. A good deal. It's a shame. It's pretty solid death. Like it's mean and maybe a way. I don't know. It's almost like I can't talk about it without spoiling it. So fuck off. There's a kill towards the end that I like a lot. Probably within what was probably 10 minutes from the end. I don't know. If you want to see what I'm talking about, check out the Talking Horror I threw out. The show that I created that title. Can't prove otherwise. Go fuck yourself. Take your little Philadelphia lawyer and let him come in your ass again. Billy says maybe she didn't eat her irritable bowel yogurt today. Skinless, LOL. Violence and foul language do not belong in movies. I agree. Ghost says there was a new song from Ghost in the end credits. Well, that's another reason to hate the movie, I guess. I hate that fucking band. But hey, fair fucks to you if you like it. By all means, enjoy what you like, but I do not enjoy Ghost. I'll say that. I do enjoy the Daily Ghost. But yeah, I'm over that movie. I think I'll watch Region Free tomorrow night. Won't be on it, of course, because they fucking don't know what good content is, but I don't care either. Frankly. I mean they're all more well versed than I am. It's smart of them to leave me off. Ghost says I dig one of their albums, but their new tune was odd. So there's that. He's screeching about that. But if Jamie Lee Curtis hadn't been in this movie, would she have been so fucking behind it? If you would ask her, hey, did you see this? And if she had said yeah, and whatever, she would most likely lie whether she did or not. So, no. But she would not have said, oh, this is a terrific movie, and they're really saying something here, about vigilante justice and, the mob mentality. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Man. It really hurts me to be this negative about a movie. I could shit on Children of the Living Dead. Just bad. It's not really that good of a time to watch, frankly. It drags, but it doesn't seem to take itself seriously either. It certainly was meant to be a serious movie, but, I don't know. This movie was meant to be taken seriously. It's a big budget. God damn it. This is a big budget movie. It's meant to be a fucking serious thing, a serious continuation of the sequel, reboot, whatever the fuck is, whatever you consider Halloween 2018. This is supposed to be serious. It's not. It's fucking comedy, and it's gross. Ghost said it was probably in her contract. Even if not in said movie, actor will promote in exchange for $500,000. Hey, listen, man. I'll tell you, this is the fucking greatest movie I've ever seen. You give me $500,000. I have no problem lying for money. Believe me. And all the shit with the cops. Like, I'm no fan of cops, but they shoehorned the whole like corrupt cop thing in there too. Like that absolutely has to be reshoots. That wasn't in there initially. When like you had enough of a for a certain character, you had enough of a reason for regret and survivor's guilt or whatever, without shoehorning that little bit of fucking stupidity in there. Whatever. Trash is. So I guess you're getting the Halloween Kills 4K. Oh, totally. Just like I ordered the fucking the ones for the first 5. This is exactly, yeah, as far as lying for money. Yeah, sure. So, I don't know. I'm really going to tempt fate this evening, though, guys, because we're going to watch a couple trailers. Or I'm going to watch them. I guess you'll watch them, too. I'll have to pop the stream open on my phone, I think, just so I can kind of make sure they're not going to kill the fucking... Shh, shut the fuck up, fatty. Just so I can make sure they don't pull it down in it. But we've got the Black Adam trailer, Scream 2022, and the Batman. So we'll kill that so it doesn't fucking ruin the Wi-Fi. We had a new router and all that shit, so hopefully it'll stick up. But we'll start with Black Adam, I suppose. Take a look at these. I'll talk over it. We can hopefully have a nice time, and maybe that'll prevent it from getting cold. Lights. There's a whole ominous music. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Is this the Mummy? Watching. Black Adam. Is this a Cumtown movie? What the fuck? That was a waste of time. Who gives a shit? Big Crack Rock says it looks like a Mountain Dew commercial. Well, that didn't really give anything away. It didn't make me want to see it any more or less. I mean, this is probably the first Rock movie that I see. Honestly, dude, I don't know the last movie he was in that I watched. Because either it's some bullshit fucking Fast and Furious movie or a spinoff of that franchise. So I don't give a fuck and I'm not going to watch it. Or he's in some lame comedy with Kevin Hart, so I'm not going to fucking watch it. Like, cut out the middleman. I just put The Rock in a movie with Will Ferrell or something. Like, give Ferrell something good to watch for once. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till the next trailer comes out for that. I didn't realize it was so short and nothing happened. Who gives a fuck? What about that is going to make anyone go see that movie. Like, oh, it looks the same as the other fucking DC or Marvel movies. It's very, like, loud and bright. Obviously it's dark, but the little lightning bolt, wow, that blue light. Whatever. I think I'm going to kill myself. I'm done with this. Fucking Hollywood sucks. What do you think? Batman or Scream? What should we do next? Let's go with Scream. So, phone. Who has a house phone in 2021? Does this take place in the past? And a cell phone. So no, it doesn't take place in the past. Oh, it's not Amber.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
Doors unlocked. All doors locked.
I'm in
Doors
order.
unlocked.
What's up, Dan? So this is kind of cool, I guess. Security system. It's January, a month after they should have put it out. It's all done. Put it out fucking
3
December.
attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Ew.
Something about this one just feels different.
Scream dies tonight! Scream dies tonight!
Samantha? I know who you are. I've been through this a lot. This is your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you. You ready for this? Never.
There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here. And I won't sleep until he's in the ground.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Oh, they're really not going to go with 5 cream. But all I have to say to this is...
You're Chinese.
That's it. That's all I have to say about that fucking movie. Yeah, that looks pretty bad. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a bad mood. This doesn't look pretty bad. It doesn't even look bad. It's just, I don't know. Dan says, Courtney Cox looks worse than that poor bastard that jumped off the roof in Halloween Kills. A little bit. She does look a little Chinese. That's kind of what I was going for there. It looks kind of derivative. Like, I can see a lot of Halloween Kills in there. I can see a lot of Halloween 1981 in there as well. Halloween 2 from 81 in there as well. I guess it's good that they didn't go with 5 cream, like people have suggested. But just why not Scream 5? Put the fucking number in there. You've made 5 of them. It's not a new continuity. Or is it? Better not be. I don't think it is. I think at the end of the day, I'll have to kind of like ignore it. But the whole I'm Sydney Prescott, of course I have a gun line is kind of bad. I guess I like Scream 4 enough, and I like Ready or Not guys that are behind this. So I don't like them. I like Ready or Not, and those are the guys behind this one. So hopefully that'll be good. I do have high hopes, even though I shouldn't for it. Even though it doesn't sound like I do. Jesus Christ. I'm fucking, this Halloween Kills movie is bad enough that now I think everything that comes out is going to suck. Like it's sapped any positivity out that, you know, maybe I would in general have. I remember getting out of Halloween 2018 and just being like ecstatic, thinking that was like a terrific movie. And, you know, I thought Lauren was a fucking jerk off. Watching a Region Free, or was it still Sausage Factory that? I think it was. Watching that episode after, like the week after, I think it was. And he was just so down on it. And then the more I watched it, the less I liked it. It's not even so much that I started to agree with the shit that he had brought up, but it's just like, wow, this isn't really that good, and that's not as cool as it was. You know, but like that didn't sap my want to go see shit in the theater or anything, you know. But god damn it, this one did. Literally, that movie fucking depressed me. I slept the whole next day. Like a whole 24-hour fucking chunk of just, I'm not getting out of bed or talking to anybody or even watching anything. Like just dark room for 24 hours. That's what I deserve for going to see this. Dan says, wait till you see what goes down tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Hopefully. I just hope that I hope it's good. I just hope it's good. Hope the new directing team can deliver something decent, although my expectations are pretty low. Yeah, Christian has brought up that he's excited that it's a new director. Not because he doesn't like Wes Craven. I mean, you know, he's a Nightmare fan as I am, but it's something different. It's, you know, it's giving someone else with at least a little bit of gravitas to a chance to, you know, leave their mark. I hope they do, like Dan said, I hope they do it in a good way. I really like Scream 4, and I know I'm a very small minority, which is something I've never said about myself ever, in liking that movie. But so I'll definitely give it a chance. It's a shame that we won't fucking see a return of Kirby, because I've heard that lady kind of ruined herself. Maybe not in the level of Monica Keena, but, you know, there's only one Edward Furlong to go around, so that's to be expected, I suppose. But the last little trailer mini reaction, I guess, I don't know. I can't see doing a whole video on those, so we'll throw them in here, lump them in here. The trash is a Halloween Kills bitch session. But the last one, the Batman. I figure this will be the one to get me yanked if any of them do. But yeah, Dan says he thinks he'll have a couple that'll like it. Crackrock says Dewey will be the killer. But yeah, I know that there's a couple that saw it and liked it already that I'm expecting to be on the panel. I don't know for sure who's going to be there, but whatever. Anyway, let's hit the Batman. Oh, appropriate audiences. Rainy.
Police! Hands up! Stay still! Get out of here!
Let him finish his coffee. Oh no!
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
So it looks like this is an origin story. That's good.
Burn the gun! This is about a king, and Riddler's the match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
Why Bruce Wayne? Oh, I mean, listen.
I'm vengeance.
What's black and blue and dead all over? You. Take it.
I got you! I got you!
Look at him, you're under fire. Wow. March 4th? Fuck, that's close, actually. Cool. That's absolutely the best of the three that I fucking watched here. Holy shit. Not bad. I mean, we can... Oh, that means that movie's gonna suck, doesn't it? Fuck. Billy says, does Batman sparkle in the sun now? Yeah, you know, it's Robert Pattinson. He didn't look bad. He looked good. I don't know. I mean, I guess we got to see how he handles both. I think he'll do all right. I've heard, I think, that from people that have seen more of it or whatever, you know, I mean, shit just gets leaked that's fake too. Who knows? But it seems decent. I'm not going to hold fucking gay movies he did 20 years ago against him. You know, I mean, Dan says Pattinson has done some really good work post Twilight. I haven't seen any of it. I don't know. It's not come across my eyes, I guess. So it's a shame that we don't get a Riddler Batman movie, a good one. You know, I mean, I like Batman Forever, but it's not a great movie. It's just something that I watched as a kid, you know. So I have a soft spot for it. But it's a shame that we didn't get one until Fez Whatley died. Riddler was his favorite villain. So at least, hey, wherever he is, he'll get to watch it, I guess, right? Dan Shine says, is that Elliot Page? No, it's not. This is a woman and an attractive one. Big Crack Rock typed a bunch of letters. That's good. Billy says, I refuse to watch someone who thought it was a good idea to make vampires sparkle in the sun. I mean, listen, don't watch it. That's fine. I mean, whatever. I've refused to watch shit for the same reason, but he took an acting gig, I guess. And vampires are gay most of the time anyway. I have no real. I've talked about this before. I have no real reverence for vampires as a rule, you know. 'Cause more often than not, they're just kind of lame movies. Like The Lost Boys fucking sucks. Near Dark, I haven't seen. I think Billy's a big fan of Near Dark, so that's. I gotta watch this. It's October. I should fucking really just make it a point. And I got a big project I'm doing, so I really should watch that. Just to be fair, you know. But it's the same with werewolves and, you know, not that it's kind of really the same ballpark, but even Scarecrows, there aren't very many of those movies that I've seen and liked. with any of those being like the main monster. So I don't really give a shit about Twilight. It was a movie for fucking teenage girls. Like, I don't care. It was annoying when it was like the main thing in pop culture that everyone, oh my god, Twilight, this and that and whatever the fuck. But they weren't made for adults, and I don't think fucking Batman movies should be made for adults either necessarily. But unfortunately, we live in a fucking world where geek culture is, whatever. Geeks are flaming homosexuals, apparently. I don't know, whatever. I'm stupid. Leave me alone. Jamie, what's up? Better late than never, I suppose. Billy says, I like good vampire movies, and yes, Near Dark is a good one. We'll see. Like Fright Night, I guess, is really the only... Ow! Cocksucker! Ow! Perhaps I deserve that. I don't know. Oh. All werewolves. Cough. I don't know what he means by that. I don't respond. Words and stuff. Oh. Fright Night I liked, but that is kind of a comedy. Like, it's not serious in tone, so maybe that's why I like it in the first place. But like, it's not. I don't even know necessarily what it is about that movie I like, but I just think fucking Chris Sarandon does well, in that role. It's a fucking good movie, man. Speaking of Fright Night, tomorrow night, as we start to wrap things up, tomorrow night at 11 p.m., I believe, on the East, I will be doing a first-time watch of the Fright Night remake from 2011. It's officially 10 years old this year. So join me for that. I do believe that Jamie will be popping on for that one. That'll be post-region free. It better be anyway. I'm starting at 11 regardless. I don't give a fuck. Billy says, Lost Boys was glam rockers and 2 Corys to make panty oil slickers. Tickets, yeah. And it's a bad movie. I just booked my ticket for Netherworld. Is anyone else going to some haunts this year? No, I don't like them because they're not built for... Not only are they not built for fat fucks, they're not generally built for tall fucks. Most of the ones that I go... There's the Haunted Catacombs out in Buffalo. Cheektowaga, I think, actually. But I don't know if they're running this year. That one was kind of cool, but most of the other ones I go to, there's usually some like bullshit, like that black plastic tunnel shit that they use now instead of like fucking let water pass under roads or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I'm dumb. Leave me alone. Most of the ones that I've been to involve you having to crawl through that shit. It really fucks with your knees. I only have the one. I don't know. It's excuses mostly, but most of them are cheap, shitty piles of garbage. So I don't care. Haunted Catacombs is good shit though. So if you're ever in the area around this time of year, once shit's regular again, I do recommend that. But yeah, I haven't seen that Fright Night remake. So I'm, my interest is peaked. So join me for that. I'll have a link because I don't think it's streaming anywhere at all. Maybe Hulu, actually. But regardless, I'll have a link for you guys to watch that along with us. Obviously, check out offthegrill.store. You can get yourself a sweet logo t-shirt or mug or fucking tumbler thing. If you got a new baby, we got onesies. But I mean, there's like the kind of unisex shirt like this. There's a ladies t-shirt, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. On top of that, we have this lovely Off the Grill NWO hybrid shirt here. It's worn by the lovely Mikey, old next gen. as well as go to patreon.com/offthegrill-podcast. I thank all my patrons: Big Crack Rock, Christian Hannah Horror, S'mores and Doors, Nick Ridza, Jay the Stingray, Jess Graham, Orc145626, Daniel Shine, Lauren Dixon, Mr. Bombastic, RetroCac, The Daily Ghost, Slaughterport, Ben Yukonevich, Brian Trash, and Chester8082. Also, I want to thank all my gay fans for all the support. I do appreciate it. Jamie says, I don't have any plans to go to any haunts, but that can always change. I'm living on the edge. Take it easy there, Tyler. Billy says, I go to Terra on the Fox in Appleton/Green Bay every year. They go all out on makeup and sets. That's cool. There was one years ago. We didn't get to go to it, or I didn't anyway, because I was fucking broke 10 years ago. I was just out of high school. But I think it was like a zombie uprising, like tag kind of thing. It sounded cool. I don't remember exactly what it was or anything, but something like that'd be fucking sick. Or even like I really don't know how you pull it off, because the zombies, like, they're gonna have to grab you, and that's a whole liability thing. But like a zombie laser tag might be kind of cool. Something to develop. I don't know. But Dances Off the Grill is so inclusive. Yeah. But anyway, all those links for all that shit below: my Twitter, the Off the Grill Facebook thing, the Instagram. I think I still have that link up there. I don't generally use that too often, but all that's down there. Check out the Talking Horror on the channel here. It's some of my best work. Even if you just watch the opening, it's probably going to be worth it for you. Inclusive, translated, chained in the basement to the radiator with a dog bowl full of toilet water. Yeah, well, Billy says we have a zombie hayride thing where you shoot them with paintballs. That's a little much. I hate paintballs. They hurt. They fucking hurt. I know I'm supposed to be a tough guy, but fuck that. Although I guess if I'm just shooting them at zombies, I don't have to care. I don't know these people. Maybe I will do that. I'm going to take a ride to Green Bay. Burn down Lambeau Field. Kidding, Brian. I'm going to find Roger's house and burn that down now. Fuck him. Oh, but I think that's really all I've got. All I've got in me. I'm going to go watch the Bills fucking... Big Cracker says Brandon Lee their ass. On that note, we're gonna end it. Thank you guys for being here. Lauren, Billy Bean, Dan Shine, Jamie, Brian Trash, Big Crack Rock, if I didn't say it before. Orc was here. Maybe he still is. Slaughterport. I don't remember. If I forget, it's because my brain doesn't work good. Daily Ghost, thank you. Sean McManus. Although I think he might have left after I continued to just shit on Halloween Kills. Corey Ross, John McCullough. Thank you all for being here. It's been fun. Boo! But don't forget, everyone but Aaron Rodgers, Iris loves you. And I fucked it up. I forgot what I was going to do. I hate my life.